Hi, my name's Anthony. I was watching Review of the Week's video last night. I don't. I looked up his name. His name's John because I didn't want to just call him Review of the Week in this video. And so yeah, I was watching his video and he talked about that he deals with like overwhelming social anxiety and it's hard for him to leave the house and stuff. I've dealt with that a lot in the past, but I wrote down a ton of stuff because I wanted to make a video to see if I could be helpful to him. Yeah, so this video is just going to be like me throughout the day. I have some errands to run now, which the first point I want to talk about is when I leave my house, when I interact with people, I have a purpose when I interact with them. So like when I go to the McDonald's to get a coffee, I'm there for the coffee. When I go to the gas station to get a gas station drink or whatever, like I'm there for that. So I have a purpose that doesn't involve these people, what like the cashiers or what they think about me or them judging me or anything like that. I'm just there for what I need. Then also I have my car was in an accident. I have to go to the BMW dealership to deal with all that stuff. So yeah, I go in there with the purpose and I'm nice and I'm hot. I'm not high. I'm nice and I'm friendly and I say hi to them and to the people there. And because I want to establish good relationships with them because then that will help me in the future. Like I'll have good relationships with them. So then I'll be more comfortable around them. And if I have a problem, they'll be more comfortable and willing to help me and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just going to leave my house and go do stuff. But yeah, at the end of this video, I'm going to be doing something that I'm still kind of nervous about or whatever. Yeah, all right. Another thing that helps is to be like open and honest with people about what I'm doing or what I'm going through. And I tell them like if they ask or whatever, like I don't really walk up to people and talk to them and tell them what I'm doing. But like if someone asks what I'm doing, I'll be open and honest and tell them because that establishes a better connection between the two of us, you know, like being able to talk to each other and understand each other and all that. Like my one neighbor has two boys, they're like 8 and 10 years old or something like that. And they're awesome. They're curious. They want to know like what I'm doing and whatever. And they see, now this is where I get like my mind kind of gets like fuzzled because there's a car driving past me and I always get nervous when like talking in front of people and stuff. But yeah, I just did it. So but yeah, my neighbor's boys, they're curious and they ask me stuff and they're really cool and I play like basketball with them and stuff like that. And the reason that I play basketball with them is because I know like he doesn't have like anyone to play basketball with and he wants to play basketball. So like I know what it feels like to not have anyone and stuff. So I go out of my way to make sure other people don't feel like left out and alone and stuff like that. Oh, and also like when you're open and honest with people, you find out who you can trust and who your friends are and stuff a lot quicker. Because if I'm able to tell someone, oh, I'm struggling with this, like I'm nervous now or I'm feeling this or whatever, if they make fun of me for it, then they're not my friend and then I immediately know that I don't want them in my life. So just me being open and honest lets me wean out like the bad people from my life, I guess, or the people that I don't want in there. Because like I can't have people that are always judging me and thinking negatively of me in my life, because then that screws with my brain and just messes me up, messes my thoughts up and what I'm doing and all that. Another thing I used to be afraid of was like driving in the city, because I live in like a city now. And like, well, growing up I lived in like the country or like the woods, like more secluded, and there weren't that many cars around and stuff. So I would always be afraid of like sitting at stoplights like this and the car next to me, like the person looking into my window and like judging me pretty much. So so yeah, that always freaked me out. I'll talk about like why I think I am this way and stuff, and what happened in my childhood in a bit. Hey, can I have a large coffee with cream and sugar, please?
Large coffee, cream and sugar, anything else?
No, that's it.
106.
Thank you very much. Kind of jumped the gun there saying thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, thank you. I feel like I should review this McDonald's coffee, but I to be honest, I haven't really watched Report of the Week's channel that much. I've seen a couple of his videos, but I don't know the style he's done, so I can't really like imitate it. But it's the same tasting coffee as yesterday. McDonald's is consistent. Good job. Yeah, so now I'm at the BMW dealership, and I know the interactions I'm gonna have in here beforehand because I've been talking to these people for like the last month trying to get my other car fixed. But I always say hi to Lisa. She's one of the sales people there, and she asked me about like my car getting fixed and whatever. Then she also asked me about this car yesterday because it's for sale. She wanted to thinking about buying it for her daughter or whatever. So I know that that's a potential conversation that we could have. And I sent her an email yesterday with like more details about this car and everything. So I know that. And then also I have to talk to the body shop manager to drop off some parts for my car here. So yeah, I'm not going to bring the camera in because I don't want to make it weird on anyone else. But yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, so I actually got everything I needed to accomplish here. I was coming here, I had to drop these parts off for Mike for like a couple days now, and he's never been in his office, but he was finally here. So I got that done, and I saw Lisa, and because this car's not all-wheel drive, she since she's buying it for her daughter, she wants an all-wheel drive car, so that didn't work out. But yeah, but everything went well. Yeah, now to figure out this court stuff. Sorry if it's dark. Parking garage problems. Excuse me. Yeah, so I was gonna go to a different parking garage, but that one was kind of too far away from where I had to go, and I didn't feel like walking that far. And the reason I wanted to go to that one is because I know that they take cash, and this one, I have no idea how to pay for it. Like, every time I've been here, it's free if you're 30 minutes or less, and I've always been under 30 minutes, so I never had to pay before. But I have a $10 bill on me, and I also have my debit card. We'll figure it out. But yeah, now I'm going. I don't know how to do any of this court stuff. I'm not gonna explain the whole thing, but like I have to sue someone, and my lawyer hasn't been responding to me, so I'm just gonna be my own lawyer and do this all myself. So I don't know where to go because I've filed a small claims court case before, and the limit on that is like $8,000 or $10,000 or something. So I know how to do that, but the case that I'm filing now is more than that, and I don't know where to go for something that's not a small claims case. But the woman that works at the small claims office is actually, her name's Karen, and she's my friend, and I talk to her uncle all the time, like her uncle. I talk to her husband all the time at the bar, and I see her at the bar sometimes too. Yeah, so we're like friends and stuff. But that's another thing that I want to mention, like living in this city for so long and having to go out and do stuff. I have relationships with people that I know, so that makes it easier. I have to sneeze. Yeah, so like building relationships with people makes it more. I have to sneeze again. What is wrong with me? Building relationships with people makes it more comfortable to go out, because then I see people that I know and it's not as scary to go out. I'm not dealing with a bunch of strangers, and I know that I have to sneeze again. Maybe I could just hold this one in. I know that if I move to a new city, it's gonna be really scary because I'm not gonna know anyone, but I know what I have to do is get out there and it's gonna take time, and that's what like I've seen relationships break up because of this. Like, uh, two people, they move away because the one person got a new job in a new city, but then the other person doesn't have a job, so he just moved there to because his wife had the job or whatever. So he had to find a new job and not know anyone, not have any connections or contacts or anything. And then she was just like really impatient with that and thought he was like hopeless or something. And then they ended up getting a divorce. So I know that that's some. All right, I have to do this, and then I'll get back home and talk more about other stuff. Well, that sucks. I guess I can't file a regular lawsuit without an attorney. So it's like so I'm ugly. So yeah, I'm out of the parking garage. I was there for less than half an hour, so I didn't have to pay. But yeah, I looked at the sign. It says credit only, and I don't know what that means. Like if I can use my debit card, I should be able to. I don't do my hair ever, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always afraid like, oh, I'm not going to be able to pay, and then there's going to be like cars behind me like waiting and whatever, and I'm going to have to like back up and ask them all to move so I can back up and figure out some other way to get out of the parking garage and all that. But yeah, that hasn't happened to me yet. So like another thing I wanted to talk about, I know this girl who was she didn't get her driver's license until she was like 28 or something like that, and she was terrified of driving on the highway, just because like how fast the cars are going, like when you're getting on it onto the highway from an on-ramp, like being nervous of if there's cars coming up on you, and like being in their way and them getting mad and stuff like that. And I don't know if she ever got over it, but the solution to that is just you just have to keep doing it, and eventually like you'll get more comfortable, and you'll know like what's going to happen, and what's going to go wrong, and whatever. So social anxiety, it's just like it's like a muscle, or yeah, you have to keep like working at it and keep like trying to improve and get over it, and it does get better. Like I've talked about this before, but one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is because I was afraid to talk and share my opinions and stuff like that. I was afraid of being attacked by people and all that. And yeah, that's one of the reasons I keep doing this YouTube channel, and I'm able to share like here I'm able to share my stories and help people and stuff. So another story, and I'm just gonna talk about whatever comes to my mind, and hopefully it's helpful a bit to you or someone. My hands are always sweaty. My armpits, I always have like sweat stains in them. I'm sure I probably do now. Like in school, in high school and stuff, I would always sit with like my arms closed and my arms crossed and everything so that no one could see. And now that I'm older, like I don't want like that to limit me and what I do, because I'm a prisoner in that, like being afraid of what other people think and whatever. So like I don't know, I tell people about it, like if I'm like nervous or whatever, and hope that they understand and all that. Because then like, because really what am I gonna do about it? I've researched this for like a long time. The prescription deodorants don't work. The only thing I could do, I guess, is there's like Botox things that like numb your sweat glands, that stop your sweat glands from working, but that's like a couple $1,000s, and you have to do it like every couple months or every year or something, because it wears out. That's not like realistic option for me. I'm not gonna like spend all my money doing that. There's another option. I don't know. It's just like I don't want to be like a prisoner to it, and it sucks like going up and shaking someone's hand and being like nervous about shaking their hand, because I don't want them to like call me out for my hands being sweaty or whatever, and then get like embarrassed by it and all that. But if that happens, I'll explain to them like, so far no one's really ever called me out, and the people that have, like I'll explain to them like what's going on, and that there's like nothing I could do about it, and I hope that they just accept me uh, for my problems and all that. Yeah, and I'm not gonna like shaking people's hands like when I talk to people, it's like a sign of trust. Like I'm shaking your hand, like do good to me and I'll do good to you type thing. Like you know what I mean? Like when I go at like with the BMW dealership, like it's like I'm taking care of everything. I'm doing everything on my part to make things go as smoothly as I can for you, and I hope that you do the same thing. Like it's like establishing trust, or showing that there's trust there or whatever. Also, like I live alone. I have since 2006, and I don't have like any friends or anyone that like texts me or calls me to hang out or anything, which sucks. Uh, but oh, I haven't had a girlfriend since 2014. And yeah, I just want like I don't know, maybe this doesn't have anything to do with anything, but I was just thinking like I want like someone that like wants to spend time with me, and all that, and wants to talk to me and stuff like that. And I guess my mind is getting like kind of screwy now. But yeah, so like last year I had the idea to use my YouTube channel to get over my social anxiety and like ask girls out and stuff like that. And there's this guy, Scotty Kramer, who I guess 2 years ago now, he was in a BMX, he was like an X Games gold medalist, like really good BMX rider, and he started a YouTube channel, and then he was in a BMX accident and was paralyzed, like a quadriplegic. You should check out his channel because he's who inspired me to overcome my problems and stuff, because he was never gonna walk again, never gonna ride a bike again, and he like pushed through everything and taught himself how to work or how to walk again, and actually ride his bike like he's riding his bike again and stuff, and he pushed me and gave me the idea that I could overcome my social anxiety and use my YouTube channel to help with that by bringing the camera with me and explaining what I'm going through. And at the time in the past, I was going to a tanning salon because I had psoriasis, and the tanning helped with that. And there's like pretty girls there, and I was like afraid to talk to girls, and I wanted to like overcome that. So I would like try to start conversations with them when like at the reception counter or whatever, and that never really went well because it takes me like forever to be comfortable around people. Like I'm talking like years, which sucks, and I'll talk about why I think that is a little bit later. But yeah, so I would bring my camera with me and go there and try to start conversations with them, and I was like really nervous and everything, and I never like explained to them what was going on or what I was doing, but I would like ask them out on dates and whatever, and none of them said yes. Uh, but yeah, I might start doing that again, at least like some videos doing that. But yeah, it's really hard for me to talk to girls, not only because I'm afraid of rejection and stuff like that, because that means like I don't know, I guess maybe like on a whatever level it is, like like it means that I'm not worthy of like procreating, and like I'm not good enough to spread my genes into the future with like another child or whatever. But also it's like really hard for me to like trust strangers and know them, because I don't know this person. I don't know if they're gonna hurt me or help me or be good to me or whatever. So especially like if we're in a relationship, like if we have the same ideas and values, and want to work out our problems and all that, it's terrifying, especially like the idea of divorce and a breakup. Like it hurts that like I've been through them, and they destroy me. I don't want to be through that again. But I've also always had this thing, like especially like as a kid, like like all the adults around me were scary. Like they could punish me, they could do whatever they wanted to me, and I didn't have like any control over it. And they could like make fun of me and put me down and all that. And not just adults, like kids that were older than me and stuff like that. And once I got older, I kind of realized that there's like I'm actually older than everyone else, or more of the people that I interact with. So I know that like it's complicated to explain, I guess. Give me a minute to think about it. I guess it's hard to talk about because just posting this video online, there's people that I'm not like stronger than or whatever, and that could like hurt me emotionally and stuff. So I guess that's why I like shut down. And also like I don't really have anything prepared to say too, so it's hard to talk because like I said, like I prepare what I'm gonna say beforehand when I talk to people and stuff. So just like talking like this, like stream of consciousness or whatever, it's hard for me to get my thoughts out. That's why like my my other videos, like I spend time like writing scripts and writing out all my thoughts and making sure that everything's like all in order and lined up and stuff, because I can't just talk like about my thoughts like that. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute just to gather my thoughts and everything, because I was getting kind of confused and flustered and all that. But yeah, like interacting with people and speaking to them with a purpose goes both ways. I had this girl contact me recently asking me to message her, and I had no idea what she wanted me to. I'm reading. I had I had no idea like what she wanted to talk to me about or anything, and like I had no idea why she wanted to talk to me. But like I started looking at her social media profiles and stuff, and I saw that we had like a lot of the same interests and stuff in common. So like I hope that we could like establish like a relationship and just like talk to each other, and if it would lead to like dating or whatever, that'd be cool, because I was interested in that too, or at least like seeing if we were compatible and stuff like that. Which like dating is like really hard. I don't think like anyone knows how to do it, or like no one does it the way that I think to do it. Like I think you just get to know each other and talk about your values and ideas for the future and stuff, and see if you're compatible and have conflicts and whatever, and yeah, like actually talk about things. And I think like a lot of other people just like, oh, we're dating, he's taking me to the movies, or like, oh, we're going sleigh riding or whatever, but none of that stuff like yeah, it's fun, but I don't think any of that stuff really matters for the future. Like yeah, that's like a different video, I guess. But yeah, like the first things that I asked her, since all she said to me was like, oh, I saw your YouTube channel, message me or whatever. And I'm like, what's up? Because I didn't know like why she was messaging me or like why she wanted to talk or anything like that. Like if you want to talk to me about like marshmallows, then tell me, and I'll tell you my thoughts on marshmallows. Or if you like me and you're interested in dating, then tell me that, and then I'll know how to proceed with that, and I'll know how to talk to you. So like just not telling me, it's like it's really hard to have a conversation with someone like that. Not with someone like that, but with like a situation or circumstances like that. And also like if they don't tell me why they're talking to me, like I'm making this video to help Report of the Week, hopefully with his social anxiety. I have a purpose, and that's why I'm making the video. So like if someone contacts me and they won't tell me why they're talking to me, it makes me like kind of suspicious that they're like not being open and honest, and they're like trying to deceive me or something. So, and I get like maybe they're just like too nervous or anxious to tell me the truth because they're afraid of what I'm gonna say or whatever. But like I'm actually a understanding person, and I'm never gonna know like how to act or whatever. I'm never gonna know if they're nervous or whatever, like if they don't tell me anyway, you know. Oh, another thing, like I think like some compatibility issues, or like just with me like being a YouTuber and stuff, like or like making YouTube videos, like I don't have a problem reaching out to other YouTubers or people that I want to talk to, or stuff like that. It just, I guess it's just like networking or part of the job, or I don't know if I would call this a job, but just part of like what we do. It's like the like YouTubers collab with each other and talk and all that. And I don't know, I don't have a problem like making this video, and a lot of other YouTubers don't have problems making videos about other YouTubers and stuff. Yeah, it's just like, I think with her not being a YouTuber, there might be some type of like societal norm, maybe like it's more normal for me to be public, and with her being like computer oriented and whatever, she might be more privacy focused. And that's another thing that I was interested in talking to her about, was like debating or talking about why I'm more public, and I am more public because I want to have like honest and helpful relationships with people, and be able to talk to people about my problems and everything, and whatever. So, and I think like being honest with people like shows you if you can trust them or not, because like, I don't know if I said this in the video before, but like if I express something that's bothering me or something that I'm insecure about, and then the other person like attacks me or makes fun of me for it, then I know like who they are and not to have them in their life. So in my life, so I want to be like honest with people so I could find who I can connect with. So yeah, I don't know, like I don't know if I freaked her out by like looking at her social media profiles and finding her email address. I wasn't like intentionally looking for it. Like I was just like anyone on YouTube, like I don't know. Maybe I am weird. I think it's normal that like if you find a YouTuber or whatever, then you like, and or someone that you like, then you look them up more and whatever, because you're interested in knowing them more. But yeah, I don't know if she was like freaked out that I like looked her up, and she asked me to message her, so that's why I didn't think it was that big of a deal to like when I saw her email address to email her, because she didn't, there was no other way like that I could actually message her. And I don't know, it was also a weird thing with like I prefer talking to people in public, because well, I think like when I talk to people in public, then there's more protection for me. Like people see that I'm a good person if I'm talking in public, and if someone's like attacking me or treating me badly, others would see that and like defend me or whatever. So, but yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I hope John, I hope this helped you somehow. Like I said, I'm gonna finish this video off by doing something that scares me in public, and that's like talking on the phone in public, where like there's other strangers around that could like listen to the conversation and all that. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just afraid of like people judging me and whatever. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go down to Walmart, call my grandmother, put a lapel on, and bring my camera with me, which probably makes it even more weird. But I'm gonna go to Walmart and get something to eat, because I'm hungry. And yeah, all right. Oh yeah, another thing that I want to talk about, like listening to like the Game Grumps with Danny and Aaron playing let's plays and just talking to each other. Like I'm always like really confused, or like I don't know how it happens that people have friendships like that, where you just like talk to each other and have fun and stuff. Like I don't know how to start those relationships. And like another thing with Northern Lion is another let's player that has like a bunch of people that he plays games with, and has like the NLSS, the Northern Lion Live Super Show, where he has like other people on playing games, all in like his own like little group of people that he's like friends with. I don't know like how, I guess it's like weird. Like I think, oh, how do I get in that group? Maybe I should be thinking more like, how do I make that group with like other people, instead of like, how do I get in that group, I guess. I don't know, just some things that I think about and my thoughts, because I struggle with social stuff too, and being really confused about it. All right, so I'm at Walmart. There's actually, when I pulled up, there was like a bunch of people in that red car, and then that other, oh, come on, finger, that other one over there. So I don't know. I didn't like purposely wait for them to leave, but I probably could have. So I have my lapel mic right here, and I'm kind of nervous. Like what? Like with me putting the camera into the shopping cart, I'm nervous that people are gonna see that and get like suspicious. And also, I'm just what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking like I'm just gonna think like and try not to think about any of the people around me and just focus on like this woman's looking at me right now. It's so weird. Uh, so I'm just gonna try not to think about the people that are around me, not pay attention to them, and also remember that I have like a bigger purpose in what I'm doing than everyone else, you know. So there's another guy like right in front of me right now. So all right, I'm gonna call my grandmother and get set up. Also, carrying this big ass camera, I probably don't need this Gorilla Pod thing, but carrying this big ass camera around is like, I have these two microphones on top of it. You can't see that. I have two microphones on top of it. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, I'm calling my grandma now. Hopefully this mic picks it up. Hey grandma, how are you doing? What I'm doing now is like, you know how wait a minute, like how I'm like nervous to talk to people when there's like other people around and stuff. Where like there's someone else on YouTube who has like the same issue, so I'm making a video about it to try to help them with it. And what I'm doing right now is talking to you while I'm walking around Walmart. Yeah, and there's like a bunch of people around and stuff. So it's like me like trying to like face my fears and get over it, and while also like recording a video so that the other person could see like, I don't know. I just figured it's like it would be like helpful or like motivational or whatever to see like someone else like trying to get over their fears and stuff, because that's what like helps me, I guess. I went to a BMW dealership today and dropped off some parts, and then I also went to the it's like hard to talk while I'm walking. So I also went to the courthouse to see if I could file a lawsuit, how I could do it myself because my lawyer's not talking to me. So I went down to the small claims court because I know the woman that works there, and I thought she could give me guidance on how to file a lawsuit that isn't a small claims lawsuit. And the other woman that was working there, the woman that I know wasn't in, but the other woman that was working there told me that I need a lawyer to file a lawsuit and I can't just do it by myself. So I don't really know like where to go from there. Well, I'm gonna get going. So thanks for talking to me. Love you too. Bye. All right, back to safety in my car. So that was like 12 minutes of footage that hopefully everything recorded okay. But yeah, it's more like just once you start doing it, and like at first you're like, I'm nervous talking on the phone, and then the more I do it, I get more comfortable as time goes on and whatever. And like I was trying to, when I was walking by people, I was trying to force myself to say something and say what's on my mind and whatever. Also, like, say that it's not my grandma, say that it's like people that I'm talking to, like the cashier or whatever. I would look at like Casey Neistat's videos of him interacting with strangers at like the cash register, or like Shondoris, uh, where like they just put the camera down, like they were just there to like buy whatever, do whatever, and they're like, hey, how's it going, how are you doing, and just like making small talk and whatever like that, instead of like what I used to do, where I would just like be silent and not make eye contact and all that. And even like navigating around like grocery stores, uh, I would be like really nervous because like, oh, if someone's like in my way, I wouldn't say like excuse me. I would just like stand there silently until they noticed me and stuff like that, just because I was too nervous to talk to them. But like yeah, now like it just takes practice, you know. That's what I'm getting at. So back home. And yeah, just do like small things, like whatever you're comfortable with. Like, I wasn't comfortable with picking up the camera and talking without my grandmother, like just talking out in space, and I wasn't ready to do that. So I didn't do it. But that's okay. Like if and when I am ready, then I will do that, you know, and when the time comes, you know. Don't like and don't listen to other people trying to force you to do stuff that you're not ready to do either. Anyway, I'm making raviolis now. That's it for this video. Let me know in the comments section if what I said was helpful, and if it wasn't, you're free to critique me and criticize me and all that stuff. So just let me know your thoughts down below. Take care, guys. Thank you and goodbye.